guys, and welcome back to another review. I know I said in that first review of Pam and Tommy, the first 3 episodes, that I was then going to move forward reviewing each episode individually as they aired. So they've all aired now, and I watched them all as they aired, and clearly I didn't do it the way that I said I was going to do it. So, alright, I'm going to amend that. We're gonna do episodes 4, 5, and 6 in this video, and then 7 and 8 in a separate one, and call it a day. That, which is probably easier anyway. The trouble is that because I have watched them all, now I have to re-watch each of them to remind myself what happened in each one, and then do little blurbs of these that I'll string together so I can keep it all straight in my head. So I just rewatched episode 4. And boy, does it take you for a roller coaster ride. Everybody starts out this episode at the top of the world. I mean, Rand has sold his tape. He's got the website up and running. He is like raking in the cash big time from this thing. It is everywhere. At this point in time, I think Pam and Tommy are basically no more the wiser, essentially, for this. Not for long, but they've just found out they're pregnant. They're showing them at the doctor, seeing the first ultrasound. Tommy is rubbing all of his 2 brain cells together, realizing that he made a kid on purpose. You know, as one does. And boy, do things take a turn for the worse real quick. People start bootlegging the tape, and Rand finds out and wants to fight it, but he can't really because he stole it in the first place, so good luck with that. People on the set of Baywatch have gotten a hold of said tape, and Pam finds out the hard way when she comes to work and overhears it coming from one of the trailers and realizes just how far this thing is spreading and wants to know how and why and how badly. And they have to go to an internet cafe to even find the website where it's being sold, and oh, they're mad. Oh, they are mad. They hire a private investigator to try to figure out where is this coming from, who did it, who's behind it. Go kick his ass, like, make him stop, take it down, you know? Of course it's not as easy as that, but they do track down who did it, like, that. Not even a problem. And they rattle his cage quite a bit, and scare the shit out of him, and his accomplice, and they show up at his work with mobster buddies to basically destroy it. But his friend manages to get the fuck out of Dodge. Not just out of Dodge, but out of the whole country, with all the money. Rand is stupider than shit in this whole thing, and he's just blindly going along with it, thinking it all sounds like it makes sense, that he's just gotta get away for a little bit till, you know, the heat cools down. Yeah, he's basically never gonna see him again. Pretty much everyone saw that one coming. And the whole thing is just spreading and blowing up like wildfire and getting out of control really fast, and they're realizing there's not a whole hell of a lot they can do to stop it either. And the stress of just everything makes Pam lose said baby. As if we didn't see that coming too. It totally caught me blindsided soundtrack-wise that they essentially end the most emotional pinnacle point of the episode and the end of the episode with the song Stardust. I was like, oh shit. That was my grandparents' song, and that episode aired on the anniversary of my grandpa dying, so, you know, just, sucker punched the shit out of me first time I watched it, and even rewatching it, I'm like, even knowing it was there, it still made me cry. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? What the fuck, man? But, very powerful episode. It just goes from really, really high to slamming the fuck down. Everything is on fire by the end of the episode. It's like, damn. But it's gripping. So, episode 5, I gotta rewatch to remind myself of what happened in that one, and I'll report back with that. Okay, so rewatched episode 5 of Pam and Tommy, and this one, I don't think they even, like, showed, the guy who leaked the tape once in this episode. This was completely about Pam and Tommy altogether. And this is where, like, the cracks in their relationship are starting to appear. The tensions are starting to rise. The honeymoon phase is worn off, basically, as the pressures of this thing spreading and them realizing that genie's out of the bottle. You can't get this one back. And it's not slowing down. Yeah, the pressure of that is a lot, and it's taking a toll on them big time. They're mourning the loss of the miscarriage, they're dealing with all the pressures of not only having been burgled, but also the leak of the tape, but now they're also having Penthouse freaking say how they're going to be printing stills from this tape, even though they never signed off on any of this. So they're gonna sue Penthouse. Of course, this all is like a throwback to Pam used to work for Hugh Hefner, for Playboy, so anything with her in Penthouse is a big no-no, because she doesn't want it to look like she betrayed Hef. So that's its whole own drama. It just gets really messy really quick. Like, on all of the levels. And it's like, the shit is absolutely starting to hit the fan on this one. And it makes it a compelling watch. It makes you kind of like bite your nails waiting for what's going to happen next in the next one. It leaves off right before the deposition of Pam. Note that they don't call in Tommy. Nope, just Pam. Which seems horribly unfair, and I still don't understand why they did it that way. If you know more on that whole story, feel free to leave it in the comments, but that is where that episode leaves off, and I'm gonna go rewatch episode 6 before giving my thoughts on that one. Okay, so I rewatched episode 6 of Pam and Tommy. Oh my lord. So this is the episode that pretty much completely revolves around the deposition of Pam. I don't know if it's true to life. I'm assuming it is. I don't know if they embellish. I don't know. But if it went down like that, that is disgusting. That should not be allowed to happen to anybody in the way that they went about it in this episode. But before I come back to that, we did get some actual backstory in this episode, too, of her life pre-Tommy, pre-everything, pretty much, of her back in Canada. Which, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I realized she was Canadian until this episode. I was like, I didn't know that! No wonder she's so sweet. Aw. But, yeah, it showed her growing up in, I think, Ladysmith, Canada, with her old boyfriend, who acts very much like Tommy. She apparently has a type. He's pretty much bossing her around. They're showing her getting ready, makeup-wise, before going into a football game with him, and he's just, like, practically yanking her out of the truck, which was already pissing me off right there. And next thing we know, he gets beers for them, and then the Jumbotron is, like, looking for, like, a pretty girl in the audience for whatever that beer company was. I don't remember the name offhand, it's not that important, but, obviously it zeroed in on her, otherwise why would they be showing it in this episode? So she's just kind of enjoying the attention. She must have known that she had a shot at it going in, that's probably why the makeup meant so much to her to have it done flawlessly before she went in. So, obviously, no big deal, till next thing we know, there's a representative from that beer company that went into the audience to find her and give her his card and everything, saying, hey, if you're interested in doing some modeling, call us. And the boyfriend is instantly suspicious and jealous and thinks that this is just a ploy to steal his girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. He's one of those. The worst kind. So, yeah, and she's like, yeah, no, this is mine. Stay away from it, basically. And then it shows them in their apartment, and he's in the bathroom doing his hair, she's listening to music on the radio, painting her nails. Of all the places for a different drum to pop up, I'm like, aw, Highness. Even though it was the Stone Ponies version, I don't care. He still wrote the song. So, anyways, phone rings, and apparently it's Playboy calling to offer her a test shoot. And the boyfriend loses his fucking mind over this. It's like, yeah, no. Call him back, tell him, you're not doing it. Because you're not. And she's like, yeah, no, I'm doing this for me. Pretty much, fuck off. But he flips his shit, he throws something at her, and she walks out on him. That is that. I don't know if that's how it went down in real life, where she just walked out and that was it, and she was done with him. Hopefully. I hope for her sake that she just walked out on his ass and never turned back. And left for America. Brought her mom with her to go do that test shoot and had a wonderful experience there with the photo shoot, with Hugh Hefner being a total gentleman with her. You could see, like, how she started to get her rise to fame through the modeling world. And honestly, like, it seemed like a really glamorous, nice thing. Despite it being Playboy, but I mean, anyway, so then they flash back to the deposition. And them asking her all sorts of really fucked up, inappropriate questions that really had nothing to do with the tape whatsoever, just to make her look bad, to spin it in like a conspiracy theorist type of way, to try to make it look like she leaked it on purpose, to try to slip it to Penthouse. Like, no, that is not what went down at all. The whole thing was horribly traumatic for her. Like, she even had to excuse herself to go throw up. She got so upset. Like, all sorts of bad. And literally demanded that they watch the tape in front of everyone in that room so she could identify the individuals on the tape. Like, how fucked up? I'm sorry. That just... If that's how that went down, and I have a bad feeling it is, just... That is disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting to do to anybody. Much less someone who very much did not do this on purpose, and really did not want this out there. And to just further traumatize her. My god, like, what is wrong with people? Like, dude, just... I got very, very upset watching this one, but I mean... Oh, frickin' phone. Give me a minute. Because otherwise it's gonna distract me till the ringtone stops, so... Luckily it's not a super long ringtone. I'm just waiting for it to stop ringing. Come on. I don't know if you guys can even hear it over there or not, but, okay. I think it's done. Anyway, so... But yeah, it just was all sorts of upsetting, just as a woman, imagining being in those shoes, just, oh my god, that is so horrible to have done to somebody. Like, hopefully laws were made against that kind of predatory deposition taking after this. I don't know, but just, that was so upsetting. But yeah, so it was kind of a half backstory, half just showing the disgusting nature of what she had to put up with for this one. But again, very powerful storytelling. I will give credit where credit is due in that it definitely made the viewer feel a lot of things. So, and that concludes episode 6. So there's 2 episodes left. I'll give them their own video for those 2 as well as I did for these 3 in this one and the other 3 in the other one. So anyways, still highly recommend this series to you guys because it is very well told. I do also hate that it unfortunately is just re-triggering to Pamela in real life. I do hate that aspect of it, but I mean, just as a piece of media, it is really well done. So it's kind of one of those pick your battles kind of things. So anyway, that is it for this one, guys. So as usual, you know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe. Hit that notification bell also so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Have you watched the series? What did you think of it? Good, bad, or otherwise? Let me know down below. As well as anything about anything. Make sure you're following my social media accounts. My Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Etsy. If any more, it's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Anyway, guys, till next time, see ya.